Good on YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's very different arrangement type of video on YouTube because, well, apart from my very bad English, we had some very nasty thunderstorms on the way, and of course it's also the first time I have decided to actually not show off my face in this video because I'm going to do something a little bit different here. Remember I did last year in September where I actually missed the thunderstorms? I think it was it? Oh man, what's the day? It's screeching to me. Let me just flash back 1 year later. I think the September we started was on Thursday. Was it the 4th or the 5th of September last year? I remember there was a big thunderstorm. That ended like what was a very hot summer that we had last year in 2022. I'm actually sort of thinking of doing a video, a meteorological summary video about the summer of 2022 and why it's been very hot last year. In fact, it was bloody hot. Crazy hot weather, wasn't it? Very bizarre. But anyways, in this video, I'm going to be doing what I'd probably guess is a thunderstorm webcam activity summary video because I want to track what actually has happened so far today. And we actually had a thunderstorm. I think it was a single cellular thunderstorm, I think it was called. I'd probably guess it would have been a squall line, but I wouldn't say the winds were that squally. It might have been a maybe it could be a multicellular or a mesoscale convective system. I don't know my thunderstorms because there's like so many different types of thunderstorms, but they all come from like cumulonimbus clouds. That's the cloud that they come from. Also, I'm having tea. Okay, so that's what I've got. So yes, we had some very thundery weather, and I think there's been a little mistake. There's been a very big mix-up with the thunderstorm map that we've actually had so far. It looks like, I don't know what it was, but I think that we had some lightning activity around Northfield and King's Heath. And it seems like that, I think they've got it wrong. Okay, so I remember seeing some yellow dots that would have hit rather here, I think. Let me just go towards 6 hours later, and then go to like 12 hours later. We've actually got a bit of a mix-up. And if we go to like 24 hours later, there were some thunderstorms. Were they from like yesterday? I can't really tell. 1 hour later, none. There was actually some thundery activity around Northfield and King's Heath, and there was also some thunderstorms. I actually forgot to take some screenshots. I'm very sorry about that, but I believe there were some thunderstorms. Maybe if I go to the thunderstorm activity website, which is the lightning maps website that I've got. So the thunderstorms that we had across Birmingham, it did rumble, well, but I don't think we actually saw any lightning, but I might be totally wrong. Maybe there was. Maybe there was some lightning outside. I didn't think we could probably record any lightning activity at the moment because everyone was getting back into school and stuff. I don't know, maybe it's more of a summer trend type thing. It's kind of interesting getting like a thundery weather event during autumn time. And I mean, it's not that dramatic. So, apart from Storm Agnes, which is what I would call Hurricane Agnes, because, I'm a bit of a bloody layperson who wants to name storms as hurricanes because I can do that, whatever I want. Midweek storm, but we actually had some very, if not fairly thundery activity along the way. We had Storm Agnes. I'm just sort of scrolling. I don't know. The thunderstorms that we had. This is fine net weather. This is the chart that we had. So what we had was we had a cold front that was coming in. Maybe I should try and do a lightning map. Let me try and type in lightning map, not Lightning McQueen, because I'm not doing cars and stuff. Okay, let's take a look at the lightning detector. Okay, so the lightning that we had, 402 strikes that we had today, but unfortunately it does not show you the actual lightning that we had so far. In fact, the lightning that we had so far earlier on, let's take a look, will it thunder? So today we actually had 16%. Let's try Birmingham. Birmingham was quite much more obvious. We've already gone past through a thunderstorm, which I believe it was caused by a cold front. So if we look at the UK weather radar, if I click on it, maybe I should have to look at what happened with these storms and stuff. Let me just scroll down. So we actually had some very volatile storm activity. If we turn on the lightning system on, it does not actually go back. It does not actually show you the lightning that we had. It does not actually archive the lightning itself, which is a bit disappointing, but we do know that there were some thunderstorms. I think if we look at the weather type on, so we had some rain, but also there was what we call, I think we've also got like storms. It was like in a southerly or southwesterly direction, so the storms would have moved in towards Birmingham in a bit of a diagonal direction. And did they actually sort of hit Birmingham in the afternoon? No, they didn't. It was only just in the centre part of Birmingham. It was in the southern. I think we've got like southwesterly or southerly winds, or southwesterly winds. Let's take a look at the lightning detector. Unfortunately, there actually hasn't been any lightning so far, so we actually already have seen that, I suppose. But maybe if I try and archive the lightning, if we go to Europe, I'm trying out different lightning systems that we've got, because, well, there's been a lot of lightning across, well, parts of the United States and also Greece and Italy as well. There's a lot of lightning in China here, and also the Philippines, because there's a lot of, and Malaysia and Australia, because there's a lot of storm activity going on here. If I scroll right into the UK, there's actually not that much. Maybe it was just a cold front, like a, you know, a multicellular cold front. Well, it's a cold front that we had, and yeah, it's interesting. Maybe, you know, one thing I've never noticed about these thunderstorms is that, yeah, if we go ahead and scroll down, we had Storm Agnes going on here, and if we just, oh yes, convergence zones. Maybe if I take a look at the things that the people have wrote about the storms and stuff. So, as sad as it sounds, unfortunately, there actually hasn't been any confirmation. Maybe there is. I'm just kind of thinking, did we get any thunderstorms? Yes, we did, but like, why did these people, like, there were like thunderstorms that there was, well, we had, let me just go ahead and take a look at the lightning. So we actually had lightning in Birmingham, but we actually had like, I don't know, like a dozen strikes, maybe like 6, 7 or 8 strikes, and we had somewhere around Birmingham. Oh man, why do some weather, you know, websites would like to just delete some of the little records and say there was no lightning here? I mean, that's just disgraceful, because we actually had some thunderstorms around here. I'm sorry I'm raining here in this video, because I like to confirm that we already have lightning strikes around Birmingham and around parts of like Northfield and Solihull and King's Heath. And we've already had, yeah, that was the thing though. So we actually had lightning back then. In fact, it was rumbling outside. In fact, that was something. In fact, it was crazy. If I go towards 6 o'clock, if I update this, yep, we actually had some thunderstorms. Maybe if I picturesque, if I do a picture of what we had so far, if I go towards like 8 o'clock, we actually had a thunderstorm here, so it was actually a little tiny lightning strike. If I go towards 7:30, there was none, and then if I go towards like 7:45, and there was none here. But then if we go towards like 8:45, none at all, which is a bit disappointing. So why do some of these weather forecasters would like to just delete for the fun of it? I'm kind of a bit disgusted. Like, why do some meteorologists, why do all meteorologists will just have to delete what was really once an already thundery morning? Like, I've just heard thunder this morning, and you've just deleted it. I'm kind of disgusted. I'm very sorry. I'm kind of a little bit ticked off, but it's just kind of a bit crazy. Like, can you not actually try and delete any lightning strike dots in it? Because I'm sort of thinking there was lightning here, and I mean there was there right on top of Northampton, and there was also lightning right over in the west of Nottingham. Probably that's where all the heaviest of all the rain, I believe it was there. But yeah, there was thunderstorm activity right over here. Okay, so there would have been like Northfield, Solihull, up towards like Coles Hill. Let's just take a look at what people have written so far. In fact, it's a bit strange. So a local for, let's see what we had. If we go to rainfall radar, going by the Met Office, we already had some thundery activity. Let's just go ahead and take a look at the weather type, the weather symbols here. Okay, we actually had some very thundery weather. If I scroll down, it just says it doesn't make any sense. It makes no complete another sense. So it just says just heavy rain and no thunderstorms, which is a bit totally disgusting. I'm sort of thinking like, what the hell is going on with this weather system? Am I just being this wham bam thank you ma'am, no thank you ma'am type person on YouTube? I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'm just a little bit perplexed with the storm. In fact, the weather system. In fact, it's a little bit strange. Like, we actually had some very thundery weather. I'm just kind of searching it. Sorry, I'm just clicking randomly. Don't need to look at that. What was that? I don't know what to really search for. Sorry, I was just kind of dawdling there because I just heard just random stuff. But anyways, we do know that there were some thunderstorms right over here. Okay, so there was right over here. So we actually had some lightning strikes over at the top. If I go up towards like 7 o'clock, if I go ahead and picture it today. Okay, it's a bit strange. So what's going on with the computer? And there's a fly here. So I think there's been a little mistake here. So what we know is there's a thunderstorm right over at this part here, which I believe is Northampton, and that is Nottingham. So the big mistake here is there would have been some thunderstorms around here. Take a look at the densities. I mean, there was a 20% risk of some thunderstorms. If I scroll it down, and of course, yes, there was heavy rain this morning. So I'm just looking at the comments of what people are saying via today. I'm looking at what people have said so far. Long Eaton, where's Long Eaton? Is it somewhere? So far, in fact, there was some very, very thundery weather in the Midlands. Not gonna lie, there was one here, and there was also another one there. So that being said, that actually is kind of a bit annoying. I don't know why people would have to delete that. So there was lightning on the bottom of Norfolk, and there was also some at King's Heath. If I was being biased, I would just put like yellow dots and stuff. And there was also some at the top, like at Castle Bromwich, Erdington. Maybe these storms would have actually immigrated from here. That would have been an error. I'm sort of thinking that would have been an error because I just heard rumbles of thunder this morning. But might be totally wrong. Maybe they've just forgotten to realise they've just added thunderstorms over here instead of there, which is kind of a bit surprising. I mean, leave the comments down below. I mean, what do you think, guys? Was this a total misinterpreted error on the lightning strikes? Or is it something that I've got no idea why the hell people would just have to transfer lightning strikes into another area? I don't know why. Sorry for this little very strange video. Sorry for the rant. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And please give this video a like. And I know it's a bit of a different type of video, but do subscribe if you want to come and, check out some of the guff that I make on YouTube. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I need to get out of this meteorological nightmarish hell ride because I need something to, lift my stress out of the way, Bye.